Frugal Mama here on YouTube. I have been not feeling good. Uh, Seems like I have to come up with an excuse every week of why I didn't live stream. Sorry. I had almost thought, actually, as I was planning to do this today, that, excuse me, yeah, still getting over it. I had thought you should just make your live streams just be on Mondays, because more often than not, I end up doing, makeup, catch up live streams on Mondays. And I had thought about that, like, you should just have Monday be the day. But I guarantee that if I were to have Monday be the day, then I wouldn't be able to do Mondays. So, anyway, hello. And there is Shatika. Hello, my friend. Thank you for being here. And who else? Let's see, there's Tam Tam and there's Crystal diving with R5. Sorry, I don't have my contacts in, so I'm going to have to get up here to see what you guys are saying. Hey, I'm on a live stream. Let me turn that down. Thank you, sweetheart. And there's Alyssa. Hello. So, I don't know how long I will be able to live stream today. There's Holly. Hello. But I do want to live stream, and I owe you a live stream. So we're going to for a little bit, as long as the Diet Coke and the Dayquil will sustain us. And there's Melly. Hello. Yeah, I was going to put my contacts in, but between having a cold and allergies, my eyes were like, no. So what is going on? Well, like I said, I was a little bit ill, and I still am working on it, getting over it. Hi, Vicky. Hi, Kathy. But I, sorry. Yeah, I almost wasn't even gonna do this live stream, but I'm like, you just have to just do it. Just do it. And the Diet Coke will provide the sustenance. Oh, see, Crystal, and that's the thing is, even when it's rough for me, it's good for me to get on here. And every now and then it's good for other people too. So I'm glad that it helps. It helps me too. But I will be lying down after this for a little bit. And then plus I have several, I had a doctor appointment today, and then I've got one almost every day this week, including an MRI. Pretty excited for that. We're going to get some answers and then form a plan. Oh, and hello, Julie N. And the Halloween yard display, any energy that I have had the last many days has gone into finishing that, because tomorrow is Halloween. If you've been with me for any amount of time, you know that for me, Halloween is basically all year. All year is spooky time. But the whole month of October is Halloween to me. And September is Halloween Eve. And August is prepping for Halloween Eve. So I've already had the lights on the yard display for about a week. And it's been wonderful. I've had such good feedback, such good responses from neighbors, from strangers, from people slowing down and even stopping in the road, which I know is not good. And I don't like when people stop in the road, especially if I'm behind them. But it's been really fun. And especially when they don't realize that I'm out there, because of an evening, more often than not, I will sit in my yard display and enjoy it. I put it up for me, as well as for anyone else, probably more than for anyone else. And I'll be sitting out there, and it's fun seeing some of them get a little startled or even a little freaked out when they realize, oh God, that's an actual person sitting there, especially if like the other night I had on my black bathrobe. And so I really kind of blended in, and startled some people. It was really fun. Anyhow, any energy that I have had has gone into that. And we're just about done. I am putting up a couple of videos, at least a short video and then maybe a longer one tomorrow, yeah, of some of the crafting, upcycling projects, little things that I've been doing that are the like last details, the final details on what is a very focused, much more focused than usual yard display for me. A lot less clutter. There's still gonna be, there's still a little bit of clutter because it's me, but so much less clutter. And here it is. Here it is. I stayed on theme. I stayed on theme. The theme is Haunted Carnival. I stayed on theme. And so many times I've wanted to, well, we could add in this and we could that and we could this. And I'm like, no, I committed to staying on theme this year. And my body does not need me to be doing more and extra. And then that's more and extra that I'll be cleaning up at the end of the month, I've stayed on theme. I've been pretty dang proud of that. Anywho, let me bring you closer just for a moment so I can catch up on the comments. Oh, Vicky, that's awesome. That makes me happy. Kathy, I am so sorry for your loss. Yeah, Crystal, absolutely. What brings you joy, if it's not hurting anyone else, do it. Oh, you're not feeling good either, Holly? I'm sorry to hear that. Let's see. There's Lab Brockington. Hello. Oh, Melly, thanks for watching that video. I really appreciate it. We will be, the tumblers that I put up that review video today, we're going to be personalizing them. Yeah, it's going to be fun. It's not going to be till next month probably, but excuse me, we will. Alyssa, people stole your stuff? That's so ridiculous. Taking other people's Halloween decorations. Yeah, not cool. Not cool. Those are not real Halloween people. Okay. Now that I've caught you up just a little bit, let's go into the, kind of address the elephant in the room of here in the good old US of America right now. No, not the election. God, no. Keep all that. That's not here. Guys, I have been watching. I have wanted to say something, do something, at least, put up a video or a post to check on all of you. But like I said, I've been yucky. And you guys know when I get sick, I go all in. I don't hold back. I just no half-ass about nothing when I get sick. I really go for it. So I have not been well. But I have been watching the news. I have been watching the updates. I have been thinking about all of you. I know we have so many of our frugal friends in affected areas from Hurricane Helene. Such a beautiful name for something so terrible. I have been watching. It has been so depressing, which is easy to say as I sit here in my home, unaffected physically by any of that. You guys know I'm not a praying person. I don't do religion, but I have, for whatever it matters, for whatever it counts, you have been in my thoughts. I have been worried to death about you. I have been following every little update, all the little Instagram reels, and thinking, oh my God. I often laugh when I'm uncomfortable. Awful. It's been awful. And part of me thought, oh, this is a good time to do a, prep for disaster kind of video or something like that. I haven't had it in me. That seems so inappropriate, to be honest. Because how do you prepare for something like that? And even if you had a stockpile of these things or those things, and you had all your water and you had your whatever, what does that matter when the whole house is underwater or has been washed away? Like, there went all your prepping supplies. I mean, I guess your, bug out bag, maybe. That's another reason, besides being sick and being overwhelmed by all of it, another reason that I haven't put in any effort into that kind of a video is like, what would it wouldn't help. And especially right now, it wouldn't. You should always, of course, I'm very much a proponent of being prepared for disasters, whether it's natural disasters or otherwise, or family calamities, and you should be prepared. I 100% believe in that, and having a bug out bag of some kind or whatever. But when the whole house is gone or it's all underwater, I the whole thing has been very overwhelming to me. And especially when you're not feeling good, everything, you feel it more. You know what I mean? And so the things that are depressing and overwhelming and devastating are so much stronger, and harder to process when you're not feeling great. And it's been so devastating to watch from afar here, safe in Utah. We do have fires going right now, of course, wildfires going. I just barely found out about another one that I hadn't been aware of. But relatively safe in my little situation. It is one of the most hopeless, helpless, useless kinds of feelings. As someone who has been here in this YouTube sphere for almost 8 years now, and built relationships and friendships and acquaintanceships and all that kind of thing with people all over the world, but also in these very affected areas, and outside of the US and outside of the hurricane. There's stuff going on all over the world right now. And I've had to, and luckily been able to, have the great privilege of being able to just disconnect here and there a little bit, going to my horror and slashers and zombies and those things, because some of it gets so heavy. And again, like I said, recovering from a cold, and when I get a cold, I really get it. I've had to disconnect and just be like, okay, stop watching these reels of flooded houses and flooded cities and things this and things that, and stuff on the other side of the world and all this devastation. I've just had to disconnect regularly because it's a lot, and not being able to do a darn thing about it, as someone who likes to be proactive, who likes to do and likes to, very difficult. Very difficult. Excuse me. I just wanted to get all that out there to say I haven't been ignoring your plight. Any of you that are being affected by whether it's Hurricane Helene or war or whatever. I haven't been ignoring you. I am aware of you. But I haven't had it in me physically or mentally or emotionally to say or do anything about it. Yeah. Just getting all that out there. Let's read some comments, shall we? Okay. God. Yeah, Tam Tam, I follow Monty Don, from Gardener's World, and his yard is like a lake every morning on his Facebook. Let's see. And Lab isn't feeling good today. I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, Kathy, you were one of the ones I thought of. We have several dear friends, Frugal Family friends in Florida. Lots and lots. If you look through I have an address book that has addresses for, when I'll occasionally send out postcards or Christmas cards or whatever. And then when anyone sends anything to us, I write down your address in my little address book. And there's so many in Florida. There's so many. Crystal, I thought of you too. Yeah, it's interesting. It's been a really rough week in a lot of ways, and then also a really good week in a lot of ways. And the weather finally turned here in a really wonderful way. It was so hot, and it finally today feels like fall, and it's glorious and it's beautiful. And then, whether this is silly or not, this is true. I am left feeling like incredibly guilty for enjoying it. Like, it's so silly. I don't control the weather, but I have been feeling so guilty today for enjoying this beautiful weather and being so excited and so happy about the weather finally, it all finally turning today. What does that say about me? I don't know. Yeah, Alyssa, I did hear about that. I think was it not Camp Floyd, or is it Floyd? Whatever the camp is on the way to Tooele, or, well, anyway, I think she was talking about these big booms that everyone's been hearing today in Utah, and how a lot of people have been upset by them. And as far as I've seen on the Facebook, it's munitions and maneuvers and stuff like that, of just, yeah, military. Are you serious, Melly? She said that at her local cemetery, people have been stealing the copper vases. Oh my God. So I have two thoughts on that. One, that's disgusting. That's so disgusting. And two, what drives people to that, I wonder. Trying to maybe a little bit give people benefit of the doubt, because I know that things are very difficult and hard for a lot of people right now. And so I wonder what drives people to do something so disgraceful. Or maybe they just have no conscience and don't care. I don't know. But stealing from a grave, come on. That's sick. That's just sick. Oh, I believe it, Kathy. Oh my God, I believe it. It had to be absolutely terrifying. I've wondered what that must be like. Not that I want to know personally, but I have wondered what it would be like to be in the eye of a hurricane. I can't even imagine. Holly's dealing with all the flooding there in the UK. Yep, like I said, I've been watching Monty Dawn and just basically all the just like disaster around the world right now. God. There's Jamie. Hello, Jamie. And there's Kristen. Welcome. And there's Pamela. Pamela, I'm doing all right. Thanks to some cold medicine, some Diet Coke, and all of you spending some time together. It's helping. Yeah. Trying my damnedest to get over a cold. And Pamela, when I get them, I jump in, whole body, soul, everything. If I'm going to have a cold, it's going to be the most dramatic, cinematic, epic adventure that a cold has ever had. Holly's garden is like a pond. That's what I was saying about Monty Dawn. I follow him on Facebook, and his like front pasture is just a lake. It's beautiful, but yeah, it has been a rough week. Hello, Mary Crafty Corner. So Mary's asking how prepared everyone is, and we were talking about that a little bit earlier. And me feeling kind of, to be honest, a little pessimistic, a little cynical, and a bit helpless and useless, because I do preach a lot of that, being prepared and, that kind of thing, and have done whole video series over the years on here about being prepared. But then from the comfort of my home here in Utah, I get online and I see whole homes flooded to the rafters or washed away, or, or half burned, half flooded, like, or bombed or whatever. And I'm like, and we're talking across the world. Okay. And I'm like, feeling like, how can you be prepared enough? How can you possibly be prepared enough for that? Like, I'll get into it a little more in a minute. Let me catch up on comments. Thank you, Vicky. I appreciate that. You know what, Mary? Do it. Do it. Be as prepared as you can. I'm never going to stop preaching that. Be as prepared as you can. Have emergency plans. Have bug out bags. Try to keep a emergency fund. All those kinds of things. But then also understand that sometimes there will be situations where even your best efforts are not up to the task. Yeah. Hello, Claudia. I'm glad you're here. Ooh, Lab. So, Lab's talking about being in the eye of a hurricane, and I've seen it in the movies, and I've a little bit of footage like on YouTube and stuff, so real life stuff, and it's spooky, eerie, amazing, awesome, beautiful what nature can do, but absolutely terrifying. Julianne is finishing up her road trip. Ooh, the high 90s. Good Lord. Oh, so the temperature finally turned there too. I was just saying earlier that I was feeling kind of guilty that I've been so excited for the temperature dropping. Finally, we just could not get out of the 90s Fahrenheit here in Utah. And finally today, just in time, Halloween Eve for me, it finally turned, and I've been feeling guilty about being so happy about it and having such good weather. But again, I don't control the weather, so might as well just enjoy it. You know what I mean? Oh, and there's Jamie coming in with $10 Canadian saying, just because, LOL. Jamie, oh my God. Thank you. You know what? Kindness, generosity, just because, that's a beautiful thing. Thank you very much for that. That there's a lesson right there. Just be nice to people, you guys. It doesn't mean you have to do super chats to people, but thank you, Jamie, very much. It doesn't mean you have to financially contribute to someone else. Just be nice. When you're online and you're venturing into the comments section of anything, and there's wars going on in the comments section, and there's all this nonsense, and nobody treats anyone like they're actually humans on the other side of that keyboard. Just take a step back. Remind yourself that a lot of the time it is an actual human. Sometimes it's a bot, but a lot of times there is an actual human there, and just be nice. I'm not saying get walked on or be a doormat or anything. No. And there are times when you do need to stick up for yourself or your principles or whatever. I get that. But maybe think for a minute, breathe for a minute, and not just online, anywhere in your life, walking, driving. Oh my God, driving. Just take a minute to just because we're human, just because we're alive, just because we share the same ball oblongish ball in the universe to just be a little kinder, a little more patient, generous if you're able. But generosity doesn't always mean money or goods. It can just be a smile. It can just be patience, which sometimes is the most expensive thing, to be honest. I'm going to be for real. But just be nice just because, you know? If we can do nothing else right now, my God. How much did, okay, so Mary, what parts of Texas got hit? Or was that affected by this one? I don't know exactly. I know that the hurricane itself, it came up like from the Gulf, right? And then went up all the way to North Carolina, got absolutely hammered, just God awful. That's right, there was Hurricane Beryl, just like all of these, boom, 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 boom. Oh my God, Pamela, yes, you can share some good news. Please do share some good news. Absolutely. If you guys have good news, please share it. I've got great news. I've got so many wonderful things happening. For instance, the weather changed. It feels like fall and it's glorious. And though I'm still coming off of this cold, it is improving. It is getting better. And so I have been able to be outside a little bit today, and my Halloween yard display is almost done. And I've been getting so much just fantastic feedback from neighbors and strangers and people stopping in the road and rolling their kids' windows down so the kids could look. And yeah, there are good things. There are good things. So if you have good things going on, please do share those. Please do. Melly's right. Thank you everyone for being here. Not just for me, for all of us, for just spending some of your time here. I appreciate it so much. Hi, Rita. I'm so glad you can be here. Oh my God, Pamela. Okay, here's Pamela's good news. I've been scared I had cancer for over 2 months, had a biopsy, and it came back negative. That is the good news that we need. Pamela, wonderful. I'm so happy for you. Cheers, Pamela. That is fantastic news. Wonderful. Thank you for sharing that. I had mentioned last time that I had had a little skin cancer scare, and week and a half ago, no, 2 weeks, 2 weeks ago today. Oh my God, 2 weeks ago today, had a large ruptured cyst removed from my back, from inside my back by my spine. Had that done 2 weeks ago. Got the stitches out on Friday, and hallelujah, it was also negative. So there were other things going on, but it wasn't cancer. And Pamela, I'm so happy. I'm so happy. Thank you for sharing that. Yeah, you know what? That's 100% lab. Just being a listening ear. Plenty of people need that. And that's also a hard thing sometimes to give. I know that. Oh no. Oh, Claudia, she's talking about the neighbor fixing a fence and it messed with some of the internet lines. Isn't that amazing and awful, but amazing how much we need our internet now? You know, like we just rely on it. For instance, I had a therapeutic massage this morning for 2 hours where they just dig into you and beat the hell out of you. And when people hear therapeutic massage, they think, oh, you went and got pampered. No, I didn't. No, I didn't. No, I was no, it's incredibly painful, but very therapeutic. And as we're having this massage, the speaker, there was like, massage music playing, and it stopped. And my massage therapist was trying to talk to the Alexa, and the Alexa said there's no internet connection. And it hit me like, oh yeah, we used to put CDs in the CD player to listen to music, you know? And it's funny and sad how much we rely on the internet, and how like the whole world is just stops if we don't have internet access, you know? Rita, I'm doing all right. Coming off of a cold, been in bed. I spent, I think, 2 days in bed. And you guys know I hate, oh God, I hate that. I hate being stuck in bed or stuck on the couch or whatever, but it was those headaches, kind of like the COVID headaches, except didn't last as long. But at first I thought it was COVID because it was the COVID headache, but it didn't go as far or last as long, and I was able to get on top of it with Tylenol and, you know, cold medicine and stuff, which when I've had COVID, I wasn't able to get on top of those headaches. But the kind where you just can't even lift your head up, you know, you're done. You're not doing anything, you're not going anywhere, you are useless. So I was stuck in bed for 2 days. Can I just say, I'll get back to the comments, but I am so grateful to the Julie, whenever it was it last year that I made over our bedroom? Was that last year? Or was that this year? I know I've added little touches and the, you know, dresser for James and stuff like that. I know I've done those this year, but the actual bedroom makeover, I can't remember if it was last year or this year, but I am so grateful to the Julie and James and kids, because everybody helped, but a lot of it was me. I'm so grateful to them for cleaning out my bedroom and making it over and making it beautiful and making it a sanctuary, a place to just relax, because I was stuck in there for 2 days, and it was so nice to have nearly empty walls. And if I didn't want to see the closet, just close the curtains, the beautiful curtains. And it was so relaxing. I am so grateful to myself and family from whenever we did that for doing that. Because it wasn't easy, and it was a lot of work, and sometimes it was incredibly frustrating. I'm so glad we did that. God, I'm so glad we did that. Anyway, every day, guys, do something that the you a year from now will be grateful for. Okay? Yeah, Pamela, absolutely. She says, when your doctor advises getting a colonoscopy, do it. I have 3 times. I've had colonoscopies, endoscopies. It's not been fun, but they answer a lot of questions. Oh, I'm glad, Crystal, that you got to have some equine therapy. That's really a thing now. Oh, James is home. Equine therapy is quite a big deal, and it makes sense. It does. Even though, like, so for me, horses, I'm terrified of them, but they're beautiful and they're gorgeous, and I can see how that could be really helpful for mental well-being, emotional well-being, to have interactions with them. Oh, Claudia, I get it. Not having your internet is awful. Awful. I get it 100%. Well, and I need internet. That's how I do this. Yeah, Holly, 100%. 100%. You gotta have your internet. Oh, Rita, I'm so glad to hear that your foot's improving. Yeah, you know, I was talking to my physical therapist because I'm back to physical therapy again. This time for my tailbone and for my sciatic nerve. Anyway, and it's the same physical therapist that helped me through my foot reconstruction. And he's wonderful, absolutely wonderful. I had hoped to never have to see him again, but at least it's someone that I know and appreciate and believe in, you know, and trust. And we were talking about how even though I'm 100% done with the physical therapy for my foot and we are fully, completely healed, I still feel pain, and I will till I die. I will have pain in that foot, especially if I'm not wearing my tennis shoes with my orthotics. It hurts to walk. And even with my tennis shoes and my orthotics, at the end of the day, my foot hurts. And I don't know how many of you have had, surgeries or had things repaired or whatever, but a kind of somewhat depressing fact that they'll a lot of times tell you is that they shoot for 85%. And so even though you're healed 100%, the process is done, the physical therapy is done, if you have achieved 85% less pain, 85% of the mobility that you used to have or the ability that you used to have, that's considered success, which is hard. It's really hard. And I get it, Rita, your foot hurting and everything, that sucks. I've had to have several conversations with myself about that fact that 85% is 100% successful. It's kind of depressing, but if you accept it, then you can be more grateful for it. You know what I mean? Like if you just accept, well, this is the metric of success when it comes to repairing, rebuilding, whatever in your body, then you can say, well, I'm 100% successful because I didn't end up chopping my foot off, and I definitely have 85% of the ability that I did before, breaking my foot and all of those things and everything that went wrong thereafter. And at least 85% less pain. So as as much as that is not ideal, it's a lot better than it was. And I have to remind myself of that pretty often. Yeah, if you wanted to give a thumbs up, like Julie N is suggesting, I'd be cool with that. And there's Renee. Hello. Yes, I'm here. Renee, I'm here. And there's Phyllis. Hello. Yeah, I've been sick. Yes, again. And I still am, but not nearly as much as I was. I'm not in bed anymore, so that's awesome. And today is just a gorgeous, beautiful day. The weather has turned, and it's finally fall. It's gorgeous. It's gorgeous. And if I can pile up enough pillows in the car or lie down while someone else drives, I am getting up into the mountains this week at some point because the leaves have all turned and it's all gorgeous, and I got to get up there. Where is Kitty? I don't know. Phyllis, where is Kitty, you guys? Is she outside?
Yeah.
Yeah? She's outside. Out on maneuvers. I'm glad you're doing physical therapy. Julianne, yes, I should address that. Yes, I wanted to start live streaming over on my current obsession, my grown-up channel. And I fully planned on it. And then the headache came out of just seemingly nowhere and just hit. And that's when I ended up in bed. Yeah. Like I couldn't even lift my head. It just out of nowhere. So I apologize. I should have at this by now have said, hey, sorry about that, but I haven't. So yes, we are going to be live streaming over there, but I've learned to not make promises anymore to my family or on here because I never know. I never know what's going to happen. Living in this body, you just never know. Oh, I'm sorry you twisted your foot, Julie. That sucks. Well, I'm glad it wasn't any worse than it was. Okay, Crystal, listen. Okay, you know what? We can use a laugh. A laugh is a good thing. The way that you worded that, okay, guys, I'm just going to read this. I'm going to read Crystal's comment, diving with R5. Okay, that's Crystal. I'm going to read this because I needed a laugh, and I'm sorry that it's at your expense. But just listen to this, okay? Sorry. This is fantastic. And you need to write a story or a comic or something about this. She says, I have phantom pains in my forehead after my garbage can attack. It hurts worse now than day of. Now, sorry about that last part, that it hurts worse now. But this part, I have phantom pains in my forehead after my garbage can attack. Come on, the places we could go with that. Like, it sounds very like Jerry Springer. If you guys know who that is, there was a neighborhood situation with the neighbors, and it was, and then we ended up at the garbage cans, and they lifted the garbage can like the wrestlers do with the chair, and it was neighbor Susie with the garbage can, and then it was Crystal with the hedge trimmers, and like, I needed a laugh. So Crystal, thank you. I'm sorry it hurts. I'm sorry you went through that, because that was awful. But we could really have some fun with it. And sometimes you've got to. I can just picture you. I know this is not what happened, but I can picture you and the neighbor going at it with, the shovel and the garbage can, and even what else? The recycling bin. That's where I'm at right now. Oh, Renee, that sounds lovely. Cool, but sunny, windy. Holly wants to give us all a little giggle, and yeah, that's where I'm at right now. Let's have some giggles. Let's have a little bit of laughs. I'm getting a little dizzy, so we're gonna try. Here we go. Holly says, can I just give you all a giggle? A few days ago, my partner found a snail trail on his shoes by the front door, but no snail. No, oh my God. That's not a giggle. He just found a snail on your bed. You had a snail on your bed. How did it get there? Because there was a snail trail on his shoes by the front door. And it somehow, so it was on him then. So the snail jumped. Can you picture a snail jumping? I'm picturing it. The snail vaulted, ejected from the shoe onto your husband's pant leg. And there it clung until your partner, was in bed. And then what? It went walkabout, like it just decided to disembark and explore the bed covers. That's another one. Oh, that would be such a fun little animated something. The Adventures of the Snail. Snail goes walkabout. I don't know. But thank you for sharing that. Yeah, Crystal, see? Oh, God, if we can laugh about some of it. Yeah. Sometimes it helps. Not always. Sometimes it's too soon or it's too much or whatever to be able to laugh, but when you're able to, it's healthy, I think. Holly, I 100% agree. The snail had enough of that sodden, wet ground and lakes where there shouldn't be lakes, and it decided, you know what? I'm going in the house. Phyllis, the spider is wonderful. She's doing so well. She is fantastic. I haven't put up a video of her in some time, and I do need to. She's fantastic. She's so beautiful. Oh God, I just love talking to her, especially where I haven't been feeling well. I've had several times lying here on this couch talking to the spider. She's a great conversationalist. All right, a great listener anyway. Thank you, Lab. I do fancy myself something of a comic. No, it's more lunatic laughing than anything, but oh, but it helps. Yeah, Crystal, don't worry about it. Oh, Renee, that's like a good luck charm. She had a couple of ladybugs land on her. That's a good luck thing. That 100% is a good luck thing. Absolutely. Oh, that's lovely. At the dollar store and at McDonald's, I wonder what they were up to there, those ladybugs. Thank you, Rita. Yeah, our Albert, she is a beautiful jumping spider. Lab, I needed the laughter too. So thank you. Thank you for laughing with me and having some fun. So you're talking about the ladybugs. That reminds me of an adventure. I've probably told you guys before, but I'm gonna date myself here, age myself, but Blockbuster Video. It was a huge thing, huge national chain here in the USA. I don't know if it was outside of the US, but it was video rentals. Yeah, we're going back a little ways. And I was in my little Kia Sophia, and where did I start? I ended up driving like 15 miles, wherever I was going from somewhere to the Blockbuster. And I realized when I pulled into the parking spot at the Blockbuster that there was a praying mantis. You know, those beautiful green buggy bugs. The ones that look like this and that kill their mates. I don't know if you guys can hear Mimi laughing over there, but yeah, Mimi, after they do, the girl kills the boy.
That's great.
Yeah, sick, huh? But anyhow, this praying mantis had gotten onto like the window wiper of my car and grabbed on for dear life. I was on the freeway. Well, we're talking like, well, at that time, like 65 miles an hour, you know? That thing held on, and I didn't even realize it till I pulled into the parking space and was like, what is that green thing? That thing had ridden with me the whole way. It was hitchhiking, it was going for a ride, it was on an adventure. I have to imagine that for a praying mantis, you know, they're like this big, that 13 or 15 or whatever miles, that's like a whole other country. You know, that's a whole other country. It came all that way to end up in the parking lot of a Blockbuster Video. Sharing an adventure. I wonder where she went. I'm almost certain it was a girl praying mantis because it was huge. I wonder where she went. What'd she do after that? She hop onto another car? I don't know. She wasn't on my car when I came out from the Blockbuster. I don't know where she went. I've thought about her a few times, but never really wondered where she went. Now I wonder. Excuse me. God. I should have grabbed some cough drops, but I didn't think of it. Yeah, Lab, they bite off their mates' heads. They bite off their heads. Sick. I mean, humans aren't perfect, okay? But in general, women aren't biting off their mates' heads. God. Oh, that's awful, Crystal. I would have smacked him. After her fight with the garbage can, her husband asked if she was familiar with Bride of Chucky. If you know about Bride of Chucky, like from Child's Play, her face is all like stitched together. That's messed up. Woo! Okay, well, to wrap up, because my head is really I'm getting really dizzy. I know it's just the congestion. It's just the last of this. I just need to take a really good, strong, the behind the counter kind of decongestants and kind of you know, get this all cleared out. Maybe put my head over a, pot of boiling water, or maybe even get out the humidifier. I don't know. But I just want to say, one, I hope you're all okay out there. As okay as you can be, especially if you've been affected by any of these current calamities around the globe. I haven't, like I was saying earlier, I haven't forgotten you. I haven't been ignoring you. I've just been sick, and I've been overwhelmed and feeling pretty dang useless, pretty horrible about not being able to do anything for anybody. I wish you all well. Again, you guys know I don't pray, so I'm not gonna say that I'll pray for you, but I will say that I'm here for what that's worth. I care. And I've been thinking about all of you somewhat obsessively as I've been watching the news and the stuff on Instagram and the stuff on Facebook and all of those things, And I really do care. And I wish you the very best as you try to stay safe, as you try to recover from these different disasters and situations and all the things that none of us know about. You know what I mean? I'm glad, Lab. I'm glad. I don't have answers. I don't have a lot to offer. You know what I mean? But just know, for whatever it's worth, that there is this loony, sniffly lady in Utah watching lots and lots and lots of horror movies to distract herself from how much she's worried about you. Sometimes I wish I didn't worry so much or care so much, but what kind of human would I be? That's not me. You're loved. You matter. And you are cared about. And if I could fix all of it for you, I would. But I can't. So instead, I am going to share lots and lots of what I'm able to, which, like I said, is some upcycling of some salvaged treasures being made into spooky Halloween decor. Been working on some of that, and I have some of that almost edited, almost ready to upload. And so I will put some of that up as I'm able. And Olivia and Mariah are going to be doing a product review of some markers that were sent to us. They're really excited. Hopefully that will be fun for everyone to see. They'll showcase some of their artwork and give their thoughts on some markers. And I would fix it. I would make everyone safe. I would make sure everyone had enough food, enough money, clean water, a roof over their heads, people that in their immediate lives that treated them right. If I could, I would make everyone safe. That's a very overwhelming feeling to feel. And I wonder sometimes, sorry, I was going to wrap up, but then this thought got into my brain. Why, in our evolution as a species, did we think it was a good trait to develop such deep feelings? I mean, yeah, it helps in the continuation of the species. If you care about your species, if you have empathy towards, your fellow human beings, that's a good thing. But sometimes I have to wonder. I'm not saying we'd be better off if we didn't care so much. Probably not. Probably we wouldn't. But it sucks sometimes. Can I just be honest about that? Sometimes it really sucks to care. Especially when you can't fix any of it. Does that make sense? And if I was in charge of our evolution, I would have a lot to. Okay, maybe I wouldn't change it. Maybe I wouldn't. But sometimes I think about it, you know? You guys are wonderful. Thanks for being patient with me. Thank you for being kind. And for supporting me, even though, as we know, like I said, almost 8 years in February, it'll be 8 years here on YouTube. We've learned that the only thing I am 100% consistent at is being inconsistent. As far as my upload schedule and my live streams and all of that, I am absolutely inconsistent most of the time. So thanks. Thanks. Thanks for sticking with me anyway. I appreciate it very much. I'm gonna take some decongestants, and then I am gonna go outside and enjoy a little bit of this beautiful weather. Have a beautiful evening or morning or whatever time it is, wherever you are. And yeah, try to be nice to people. Try to be a little extra patient, kind, wherever you can. And take care of yourselves. Okay? Want to end on a positive, empowered note here. Even if it's resorting to zombie and slasher films, find something that eases your mind a little bit. Okay? I appreciate you guys. Have a beautiful day, and we'll see you soon. As soon as possible. Okay?